The way you check into your flight may be changing soon thanks to facial recognition. And many airlines and airports are already using the technology, but you don't even know it. RT's Trinity Chavez explains.
There are over a dozen airports here in the U.S. using facial recognition technology, and more are expected to follow. This is part of the government's effort to try to get the 20 largest airports here in the U.S. using the technology by 2021. Your face may be your next boarding pass. This after President Trump issued an executive order in 2017 expediting the deployment of biometric verification of the identities of all travelers crossing U.S. borders, including U.S. citizens, in the top 20 U.S. airports by 2021. Now the Department of Homeland Security rushing to get those systems up and running at airports across the country, even though the technology is unproven and largely unregulated.
I think it's a great idea because it's going to save time, and you're not going to have to be fumbling for documents all the time.
Delta debuted the tech last year, scanning faces before passengers fly. JetBlue also followed suit, and many more airlines are expected to sign up. Meanwhile, the data is used to verify boarding passes before travelers get to their gate. But it's also passed on to Customs and Border Protection to check passengers against their watch lists and also to crack down on those who overstay their visas.
I think it's a great idea. It'll save a lot of time and privacy. I have no concerns at all.
Many fearful of the privacy and legal concerns, since it's not Customs and Border Protection collecting your facial recognition data directly. It's the airlines, and they can pass it on to the government.
What's going on with the information that's being collected by these private companies that are working with this technology? You know, there was an issue in China where the records of 2.5 million Chinese citizens were compromised from a database that was storing this type of facial recognition software.
There have also been questions of the accuracy of the technology. According to a Homeland Security watchdog, the facial recognition systems used at airports only worked 85% of the time in some cases.
The ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union, noted that actually facial recognition software wound up getting 28 false positives when they ran the pictures of members of Congress. Now, there's only about 435 members of Congress, and they had 28 false positives. That's a poor percentage. And not only that, disproportionately, the false positives occurred with people of color.
Although airlines say that they do not store passengers' data, it's shared with federal agencies that are able to store it. A spokesperson for the U.S. Customs and Border Protection said it retains biographic exit records for U.S. citizens for 15 years and non-citizens for 75 years. Photos are only kept for 12 hours. The agency told RT in a statement CBP is committed to protecting the privacy of all travelers and has issued several privacy impact assessments related to entry-exit, employed strong technical security safeguards, and has limited the amount of personally identifiable information used in the transaction. Now, if you are traveling internationally, you do have the option to opt out of using the facial recognition program. However, you may be asked to stand in a line that's a little bit slower, and your documents will be scanned manually. Reporting in New York, Trinity Chavez, RT.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.